اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين بارئ الخلائق أجمعين باعث الأنبياء والمرسلين، ثم الصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين خاتم النبيين شفيع المذنبين رحمة للعالمين مولانا وسيدنا أبي القاسم محمد. اللهم صل وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين، لا سيما بقية الله في الأرض مولانا حجة ابن الحسن عجل الله تعالى فرجه الشريف. اللهم صل ولعنة الله على أعدائهم أجمعين من الآن إلى قيام يوم الدين. أما بعد، فقد قال الإمام الباقر عليه الصلاة والسلام: اللهم صل على محمد وعلى محمد. رحم الله عبدا حبس نفسه علينا. Respected elders, brothers and sisters, tonight is my final lecture of this visit. Inshallah, Allah accepts all our ibadat during this month. Those who were able to fast today, may Allah accept our fasts and grant us the intercession of Ahlul-bayt, keep us on the right path, keep our community strong and united. Tonight is the final lecture, and I wanted to finish off by mentioning something which we didn't have a time to mention before, and that is within this whole discussion regarding meeting Imam Zaman. When we say that, is it possible to meet Imam Zaman? Well, one of the arguments that the other side gives that yes, it's definitely possible is because he has a network of people. So obviously some of them are meeting him, and he sends these people during his ghaibat, he sends these people throughout the world to do his work and to do whatever he deems necessary. Who are these people? We don't know. They could be some people that we meet, it could be some people that we know, or we may not know them. They they completely remain unknown. They don't tell anyone that this is my role in the network of Imam Zaman. So what are these networks? Who are they? We only have some details which I will share with you tonight. Let's start with one of the sayings of Imam Ja'far as-Sadiq alayhi salam. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. He says that the Sahibul Amr, the 12th Imam, has a definite occultation in which he will be inaccessible to people. People will not be able to just visit him and see him. But he has no fear because of the 30 people around him. So in this hadith, 6th Imam says that there are 30 people around the 12th Imam who help him. They are his people. He relies on them, he trusts them, etc. However, in other reports, we get more details. We get a bit of a breakdown. And there we have some different numbers as well. So there could be multiple layers, could be multiple circles of people around our Imam. So in this other report, what the ulama have summarized is the following. They say that the main focal point, the linchpin of this whole universe is, of course, Imam Zaman. He's the main person. The whole world revolves around him. Everything in this world is subservient to him. He rules this world. He is the master of the time. He is Sahibul Asr. He is the Sahibul Zaman. The whole world is subservient to him. But then around him, we have the following groups. There are 4 people who are known as the Awtad. Awtad means those who are very staunch and firm, and you can say they're like pillars. So 4 people are from the Awtad around Imam Zaman. Then the next circle is that we have 7 people known as the Abdal. So 4 and then 7. And then we have 40 people in the next circle known as the Nuqaba. And then we have 360 more people in the final circle known as the people of the righteous. They are righteous people. All of whom will remain unknown, meaning they are not recognized in this way, and they live amongst the people. So they're not in occultation, they're not in hiding as such. They live amongst people, but they remain unknown. Now, is this the same? Are these people, this 4, 7, 40 and 360, or the 30 that the 60 Imam mentioned? These different groups and these different circles, is this the same as the 313 who will answer the call of Imam when he reappears? When Imam reappears, he will make a call to the world. And immediately 313 people will basically transport themselves to Makkah. Not that they will need to buy a plane ticket or they'll need to travel or anything like that. Immediately, through what we call Tayyul Arz, in other words, they can traverse vast spaces in a short amount of time. They will be in Makkah. So these are the 313. So are they different? Yes, they are. Our understanding is those 313 are not from these circles. They are additional to these circles. These circles are already somehow around and linked with Imam Zaman. It could be that the lower circles, as you go out from Imam, that they don't have access directly to the Imam. Maybe they only have access to the people in the circle above. So we don't know all of the details in depth, but this is our understanding. So the 313 are separate. These different circles are separate. This whole network is a different thing. Those 313 is a different thing. The interesting thing is the 313 and also these different circles of network, they are not blessed with the long life that Imam Zaman is blessed with. So it doesn't mean they don't die or anything like that. It doesn't mean that they are living with Imam until as long as he lives. No. They're living what we would call normal human lives, normal human lifespan. So then what happens if one of them dies? Simple. The understanding is that if one of those people die, another one from the next circle moves up. And another one from the other circle moves up. And all the gaps are filled. And in the lower circle, if one of those people dies, then another person from what we would call people outside the circle are recruited in. And they are promoted. So we have this one story from one of the scholars, I forget the name. He says that when he was studying in one of the hawzas, they had normal kind of students, teachers coming in and out of the hawza. And they also had like the guard, the doorman, the caretaker. And this caretaker was, not a scholar, not a student, but very nice person, very decent person. Used to be very polite to people, used to, serve the students, take care of those things that he means to take care of. But no one ever thought anything of him. And one day, it so happened that he saw this caretaker or the doorman. He saw him that he was outside and he was standing, and this person was watching him thinking, I wonder what he's doing here. I don't usually see him around here. And then there was like a sort of flash of light and he was gone, he was disappeared. And he says, based on certain indicators that he had seen, he feels that this person had now been basically recruited into that circle of Imam Zaman. So it's absolutely something that we believe, that he has a network of people, and these network of people, they help him throughout the world. Sometimes mu'mineen say, we saw someone, he helped us in our hour of need, our moment of need. Inshallah, it's Imam Zaman, or it could be one of these network people. We pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that we get the chance to see our beloved Imam Zaman. These are extremely special people, very lucky, very fortunate, but of course it's not luck. They have worked towards it, they have cleansed themselves, they have purified themselves. And that's why Imam Zaman has such a attachment with them. We have the following in the dua of Dawood, which we think probably refers to these groups. It says, Allahumma salli ala al-abdali wal-awtad. O Allah, send your blessings upon the abdal and the awtad, those inner circles, the 4 and the 7. O Allah, send your blessings upon the abdal and the awtad. So we think that this refers to those amazing personalities. I think I'll stop here. We have many more discussions to come. Inshallah, when I return, we'll hopefully continue these discussions. The next chapter that I want to discuss is the justice of Imam Zaman. How will he manifest his justice? How will the justice spread throughout the world? And what does it mean for us? Inshallah, if we are alive and we can be given the tawfiq from Allah to be together again, then we'll continue that discussion. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Tonight we mark the occasion of Imam Hussein leaving Medina. And this is really the time when I would say the Aza of Imam Hussein alayhi salam gets refreshed again in the year. And that story of Karbala really begins from this point. What you'll see is in the blessed life of Imam Hassan, his adversary was, of course, Muawiyah. Muawiyah being one of the cruelest, most despicable people of history. Imam Hassan alayhi salam, his adversary was Muawiyah. Then Imam Hassan alayhi salam is killed. Imam Hussein alayhi salam becomes the Imam. Imam Hussein in his life, again, he has to live under the time of Muawiyah for a number of years. But then Muawiyah dies. And Imam Hussein alayhi salam is summoned. Imam Hussein is in Medina. Muawiyah was in Damascus, Syria, Sham. And Imam Hussein alayhi salam is summoned to the governor's residence. The governor was Walid. Walid also was a despicable man. And he had people around him also who were of the same type. When Imam Hussein alayhi salam receives the summons that the governor wants to see you, the governor of Medina wants to see you, he prepares by taking along all the young men of Bani Hashim. Hazrat Abbas is there, Hazrat Ali Akbar is there. They all agree, all this group of young, brave warriors of Bani Hashim, they accompany Abu Abdullah. Abu Abdullah goes into the meeting with the governor, and the governor says, Ya Abu Abdullah, we have received news, Muawiyah has died. Part of the agreement of Imam Hassan with Muawiyah was, when you die, you will not appoint anyone else as your successor. Muawiyah, of course, being the person he was, lied, betrayed that, and he appointed his own son Yazid. So Walid says to Imam Hussein, Muawiyah has died. Yazid is now the ruler. And he has instructed me to take bay'ah from you. This is where the whole issue of bay'at begins. Imam Hussein alayhi salam says to him, a man like me can never give allegiance to a man like him. That itself is a historical statement. That itself tells us a lot about our own conduct. Someone who follows someone like Imam Hussein will never be able to give allegiance to someone like Yazid, no matter what time it is, no matter what place it is. So Walid says, I have the letter with me. And the letter says, imagine the audacity of Walid. The letter says, if you are not to give bay'at, then we are to kill you. This is grandson of the Prophet in Medina, Sayyida Shabab Ahlil Jannah, the chosen one of Allah. How dare you raise your voice even to him? How dare you threaten him like this? Imam Hussein says that there is no way I can give bay'at. And they begin to discuss, and the voices become raised. Imam Hussein alayhi salam had told Hazrat Abbas and Hazrat Ali Akbar and the other Bani Hashim, the moment you hear our voices become raised, you should know that I am in danger. You are to barge in. The voices are raised with Walid and Imam Hussein. Hazrat Abbas and the other Bani Hashim youths understand that now our Mawla is in danger, and they come barging in with their swords unsheathed. Walid and the other people around him, they realize that we cannot do anything right now. We are outnumbered. So they agree that Imam Hussein returns to his home. Imam Hussein alayhi salam, along with this group of Bani Hashim young men, returns to his home. Bibi Zainab is waiting at the door. Bibi Zainab, as you know, could not bear to be separated from her brother even for a moment. She's eagerly waiting at the door that my brother should return, my brother should return. She sees Abu Abdullah, she becomes happy, she smiles that my brother is home safe. Imam Hussein goes in, the other youths go in, everyone goes into the house. The final one to go in is Abul Fazl al-Abbas. He is not smiling. He is weeping. He is weeping. Bibi Zainab says to him, Brother Abbas, our beloved Hussein has come home safe. Why do you cry? He says, Sister, I cry because they had the audacity to threaten my brother. They had the audacity to threaten Mawla Hussein. This just threatening him has made me cry. We say, oh Hazrat Abbas, just threatening Abu Abdullah, you were brought to tears. I wonder how you would have felt, Mawla Hazrat Abbas, if you were there on Ashura, after your shahadat and you had seen what they had done to your brother Hussein. The way that they made him stand. كيف أستسقي لطفل فأبوا أن يرحموني. They made him stand and ask for water for his baby Asghar. And the way they threw an arrow into the throat of Asghar. And the way your brother stood and your Mawla stood alone, lamenting and weeping, looking down, looking at his baby, the way he had to bury him, the way he then had to face Rabab, the mother of Asghar. Oh Abbas, we say to you, you were crying in Medina, but now this is Karbala. How would you have reacted if you had seen Hussein's last stand? Hussein was on the horse. In his final moments, they could not bring him down. A rain of arrows lands into the body of Abu Abdullah. Still they cannot bring him down. They say, if we want to bring down Hussein, we need to do something drastic. The first thing they did is they fired an arrow into the chest of Abu Abdullah. That arrow hits the chest of Hussein. He now begins to feel unstable on the horse. The second thing they did was they threw a rock at the forehead of Imam Hussein. That rock then unstables him further. He falls down. Oh Abbas, if you would have been there, how would you have seen? وَشِمْرٌ جَالِسٌ عَلَى صَدْرِهِ. The way Shimr came and sat on the chest of Abu Abdullah, took a knife to the throat of Abu Abdullah, cut the throat of Abu Abdullah. It did not end there, Abbas. How would you have reacted if you had seen the way they trampled the body of Abu Abdullah again and again, that the bones were cracking and the bones were shattering? Allah la'natullahi al-qawmi al-zalimin. وَسَيَعْلَمُ الَّذِينَ ظَلَمُوا أَيَّ مُنْقَلِبٍ يَنْقَلِبُونَ إِنَّا لِلَّهِ وَإِنَّا إِلَيْهِ رَاجِعُونَ. رحم الله من قرأ الفاتحة.